up?
Welcome, everyone. Welcome. And we have Miss Bliss and Oyi Sun. And tonight's discussion will be Bufo, the wonderful, beautiful medicine Bufo. Now, we just going to start off and go straight into the bag. Oyi, what you got going on with Bufo on the weekend ceremonies?
Thank you so much, Miss Bliss, for letting me be here with all that afro and all that emerald on. You see how we matching with the Taurus flavor. Everything of value, everything pink and luscious. You know how we do. Um, I am Sifu Oyi Sun, Team Taurus. I'm your favorite astrologer, but I'm also your favorite Bufo practitioner and integration coach. And one of the this weekend coming up Friday for the whole weekend, right around Charlotte, the area of Charlotte, I'm holding space to do something different that's never been done before with Bufo, with folks that I know, which is spend a whole weekend in ceremony. Normally, what happens is a person would have an individual ceremony with one person that might last 3 or 4 hours. And the 3 or 4 hours is not the entire take and feel of the medicine, but the integration that goes along with it before and afterwards. And then I've had times where I've had 10, 12 people in one day. And then you come and get the medicine, there's some integration, and then you go home. But after Bufo, your life has changed and it's tough to communicate what's going on to people who have never experienced Bufo. So I said, what if I created a container, an entire weekend where we had a chef preparing our food, where it was 420 friendly, where we would maybe buy some water, a lake or a river or a beach or something. And you didn't just have Bufo on one occasion, then you had to go home. You stayed for the whole weekend. So what I'm doing this weekend, because this coming weekend is Friday, and this is only for 6 people, because that way we'll have time to do a lot of personal, in-depth post-integration afterwards. So you're going to receive Bufo on Saturday and Sunday mornings, but Friday night, that's when we close the container. So let's say you can arrive anytime after 3 or 4 o'clock. And now let's have some good food. Let's have a little smoky session. Let's have some fireside dream planting. Please bring your journal, and let's um, let's do some pre-integration breath work, because that's the most important thing, because a lot of people don't know that Bufo is a lung medicine. It's a lung medicine. Even though it's a venom, when you inhale it, it goes into the lungs, right? And so a lot of people don't know how to breathe. And I've seen that in 200 ceremonies. Bufo does not like it when you have adrenaline in the body. And one way you can get adrenaline in the body, Miss Bliss, is by upper chest breathing. But a lot of people don't know that they breathe slowly, but up in the chest. If your shoulders rise when you inhale, everybody just take a deep breath. If your shoulders went up or your chest expanded, you really were pumping adrenaline. So if you're getting ready to have sex or fight or run from something, you need adrenaline. But when you're at the table and you're digesting food, or you're talking to children, or you're talking to a loved one, or you're on a date, you need serotonin. You know, Miss Bliss, you'd have been out with a man before, and you was like, man, you seem pressed, you thirsty. That's that adrenaline. That's that adrenaline. He trying to do something, right? But
Yeah.
but the smooth player, he's real calm. You know what I'm saying? He got you thinking that it's your idea. What's my man name? He's one of them old school players. He be talking to the lady. Um, come on over. He be saying, come on over. So he talking to her, and she was like, I don't know if I should. He was just like, yeah, just come on over. He
You're
had
not
to,
talking about the 40, the guy who did the 40 the OE40 advertisements, because that's way back.
well, it's a black dude. He's a crooner. But it's not Sam Cooke. Teddy
Okay.
Pendergrass. Teddy
Oh, Teddy.
Pendergrass. Teddy
Come
Pendergrass.
on over to my place.
Come on over
Yes.
to my place is a serotonin song. And you see
Mm,
she couldn't resist. When you listening to the thing, she was, and after a while, she just talked herself into it. She was like, well, shoot, this one drink, I'm just going over there. Bufo works better with you when the body is filled with serotonin. Serotonin relaxes you. When you have up your guard, when you got up your adrenaline, serotonin is going. I mean, Bufo is going to not lose. He's going to win. He's going to make you unball your fist. You know, somebody was like balling your fists up. You think you're doing
mhm,
something? Just look at you and say, "Unball your fist." You be like, "Oh Lord, look at the
mhm.
power in their words." I had to open. That's Bufo. Bufo is the strongest entheogen of all the entheogens, mushrooms, ayahuasca, uh, all of them. So everybody's like, well, why ain't nobody talking about it more? Why is everybody talking about ayahuasca? Because ayahuasca is more available. Mushrooms are more available. Wachuma is more available. Bufo is rare and in some cases expensive. So I wanted to put an entire weekend together where people can come, be a little more affordable, and not get one dose and go home. No, 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 no. Come into community, come into a container, right? And say, oh, Friday night, I wrote down my journals, what I wanted, how I'm feeling. I want to teach people new ways to write in their journal. And then we're going
Mhm.
to eat some really good food. You don't have to do anything for yourself. All you got to do is show up, bring comfortable clothes, bring lots of, like, bring 3 different types of pajamas. Bring 3 different types of pajamas. Don't bring your onesie. Like, we ain't coming up for you. This is not the. Let's just dress. Now, if you want to wear all white, as long as it's comfortable, I don't care what you do. But
Right.
no clothes really tight sticking to the body. You want to be. You can wear your muumuus. You can come in, if your women want to bring your muumuus, bring that, right? And
Mhm.
then Saturday morning, have our first session of resetting your cells. Bufo set resets all 76 trillion cells. Now, why do I want to do this on Saturday morning? Because all Friday night, you was off your telephone. You was around people who were in the same mindset as you. I want to heal my inner child. I really want to reset this relationship with me and my traumas. So now you're in a group of other people that who are there for the same reason as you. That could be their first time, could be their fourth time, but the the Bufo is there to come all the way through and reset that whole thing even, and really let you receive love. I feel it's called the God molecule because they say God is love, and most of the time in our community, we have resisted love, especially the women, because they're afraid of being hurt. Dudes be lying all the time. How the media goes after the minds of our women, how the family's been divided and all this stuff. So women are afraid of getting hurt. Can't really be upset with them. So they have this wall around their heart. Well, men now it's done got contagious, and now men got a even bigger wall around their heart, and now ain't no love getting out, ain't no love getting in, and you can look at it and tell ain't no love in these particular relationships that's out here. They're all very transactional, they're very temporary, and there's no healing because there's no love, and it's tough to heal at the scene of the crime. So now I'm saying, let me get a nice cabin, something that's got 6 to 8 beds, where we a big ass couch where we can be crazy comfortable, and you don't have to have your guards up because everybody's there in the name of love. See what I mean? And I was just talking to somebody this weekend. I was like, what yesterday? I was like, Bufo hit you so hard that it make you laugh at your silliness. That you laugh so hard you start to cry. People be like, really?
Wow.
You start to cry? Yeah, because you see how ludicrous it was of the thing that you was angry about or sad about or whatever. And then as the Bufo was taking it away from you because your hand is open, you just start laughing and then start crying. And then for me, I really love it when people come and they get that deep sob. You can just watch something on TV and get a little tear. But where is that super sob that that's not coming out your nose? You see what I'm saying? That you know that you sobbing
That super soft, that good cry, the one where it's like, when's the last time you had a cry and you had that? That's a cry now. That's that childhood cry, though, right?
because we getting to the child. He's the one or she's the one that is okay. If somebody would say, what's one reason I should attend one of these sessions or have an experience with Bufo, is because the love I have for my inner child. Now, see, that's
Mm,
why I got love as a word to text if you like to get information and receive, because I have an intake process. You don't just go on there and be like, oh, there's the button, I'm going to just go ahead and do that. No, you're not, because I'm patting everybody down like TSA to see who's going to be on this plane. If you coming on
that's right.
Bufo Airlines, it's a private flight, and everybody got to be inspected. And people who come that don't know each other, when they leave, them jokers be bundled up. They be locked up
That's
under the
right.
whole. They be like, oh, what's up? What's up? I was in Istanbul at the barbershop at the airport and was on the phone talking to Firewater and just said the word Bufo. I had my earbuds in. A Mexican dude in front of me from Arizona who teaches calculus turned around and said, did you say Bufo? We're in
Wow.
Istanbul. We're in Istanbul. This joker's from America. I'm from America. He's on the
Mm-hmm.
way to Bali. I'm on the way to Bali. And he's like, yeah, what's a Bufo? And we spent the next 9 hours together on the layover. And he caught a ride with us, with me and my driver, and we dropped him off when we got to Bali. So
Wow.
when a person hears that Bufo and they really had that experience, it's very unexplainable in words. If somebody's explaining it in words, like me, you even hearing me, I'm not really telling you about the things that happen on the inside. I'm telling you about the results, right? Because I
Mm-hmm.
can't describe it because it's different for everybody. And
Right.
so a lot of people have a lot of anxiety around hitting that pipe, right? And because it's not like hitting a joint where you can just pick it back up and try it again. One
Mm-hmm.
serving, one pull, one shot. And so what I decided was I'm going to make sure you get it by giving you a microdose first on Saturday morning. Then I'm going to come back with a full dose. Now you've already had like a dose and a half Saturday morning, and you got all day to us to integrate that. You want to go lay down? Go lay down. You want to do nothing? Do nothing. You want to get back in the bed and go back to sleep? You want to journal? You want to go in there and raid the refrigerator and eat snacks? You want to go do 420? Go ahead. Go ahead. You don't have anywhere to go. Stay off your telephone. Don't communicate with these people who not transforming their life like this. Stay
Right.
in the zone. That's why I be saying lane hug. It's an opportunity for you to experience what lane hugging feels like, right? So now you got all that Friday night, Saturday morning, and then Saturday afternoon when we finish. That's why I only got five. So I'm only doing 5 people. So we get started around 9. We finish around 2 o'clock. Now we can break bread together. Then we can get into some human design and some astrology, because every time a person does Bufo, there's a sacred portal that opens up for them. That's why Dr. Jerry always said you need a astrology reading to go along with it. And it's not a full astrology reading, but it is, where are the planets at when I was inhaling? What does that chart look like? What did that chart say is open for me? Because Miss Bliss has a different birthday than I do. I got a different birthday than Truth got. And so when you're looking at these different planets, yeah, the moon could be in Virgo, but how does that affect Miss Bliss? It's going to be different than how it's going to affect me, how it's going to
Right.
affect JoJo. And
Right.
so having an astrologer who can see the portal and who can hold space for Bufo, it ain't never been done before, where we can just sit in there the whole weekend, and just let me look at your chart. Let me come up with some strategy for you and how to carry this forward. Then Saturday night, we eat dinner again. We do more dream planting. And this is the other piece. A lot of people are looking at, oh, well, we're doing Bufo twice. Yeah, but you're doing dream planting 3 times. You're dream planting Friday night, Saturday night, and Sunday night.
What is dream planting? Please explain to the brothers and sisters, what do you mean by dream planting?
So I'm gonna do the worst case scenario first.
Okay.
You got a TV in your bedroom, any size, and you watching horror movies before you go to sleep. Or you got the news on and you left the TV on while you were sleeping. All of that terror, killing, gore, you were dream planting and it's coming into your subconscious and it's going to affect your sleep and your consciousness and your waking state. When you see a lot of people who just like, like always on edge and stuff, ask them, do they have a TV in their bedroom? I can't sleep with a TV off. You dream planting. But the bad part is you're dream planting the worst thing that you could put into your system. You're putting
Right.
like somebody, remember that's what Reverend Ike and Kalindi said. The whole battle is for your mind.
Right.
That's why I keep saying in human design, this is you can't rely on the mind. You can only rely on what's in the body. That's why it's a reset. The mind is controlled. You need to get the body to go back into being in control. So now you got all these things in your head. And now you wake up the next day, you paranoid about something, anxiety about something, your confidence is low, you got fear coming through your system. You dream planted that. So the opposite of that is no television. Let someone who has learned dream planting from a Chichi Mecca dream warrior herself, Jen the Rainmaker. That's my teacher. Now, I'm not going to show you the whole system, but I can show you enough that you can plant something really good in your consciousness that seeps into your subconsciousness as you go to sleep. How can you remove some of these? How can you replace some of these crazy intentions that's already laid up here in your head? I was
Right.
talking about this earlier today. Let's say you watched all this and you don't have any bad dreams, but you watch horror movies and killer movies before you go to bed.
Right.
When Miss Bliss comes to you with an opportunity that's got love in it, those dreams then start to come up because they want to resist anything good. Yeah, so now they're deeply planted in there as a self-defense mechanism for good thoughts and good time.
Right. Right.
So it'll be trying to block Miss Bliss and her suggestion of let's go skating, let's go out and have some cheese and wine at the park, let's go down to Belize. And then all of
Right.
a sudden they'll be like, you want to drown me? Oh, you're gonna poison the cheese and just let me lay out under the sun and rot. Where'd you get that
Yeah.
from? That's somebody who be watching television before they go to bed.
Right.
So ours will be very very systematized. I will help you put down something that you need. So this is like what individual coaching is about. What are you working on? And then let me help you with what to plant that evening. Let me show you what to plant that night that supports the thing that you're working on. And then let's do that 3 nights in a row. So now you done had a Bufo reset, you done had dream planting, Bufo reset, dream planting, Bufo reset, dream planting. And Monday morning, nice breakfast, ready break. And now you go home and leave this container after you've had facilitation, after you've had good food, good community, and you've been dream planting for 3 nights. And you got it
Right.
all written down. You're leaving with that journal. You're leaving with that wisdom of your experiences where nobody was interrupting you. So a lot of times our people, oh man, something is too expensive. Well, how much is your piece worth? What would you pay to have full reset at the beginning of the year? This is 2025. Remember all that stuff you was like, this is my year, this is my year.
Right.
Now let's reset for the whole year and then let you move forward. I think you got some background noise going on. I can hear somebody
Hold
talking.
on. Yeah, let me see. Hold on.
Yeah. So the yeah, they right in the microphone. So the the key is how many new patterns can we get down in a peaceful setting. Sometimes people think they can just, I have to just make do with whatever. I live downtown New York, so this is just how we live. Everybody don't live like that. You don't have to.
Right.
That's why you go on. Who do you think the cruise ships and the vacations and the travel agents is aiming at? Stressed out people.
Right.
Stressed out people. So
Right.
I know some folks are very stressed out. Probably 98% of the people. So that's why I asked tonight to talk about Bufo, what I'm doing this weekend. And I'm also, what up, Blaze? Blaze in the building. I'm also I was thinking about doing this every month in a different city. So next month I was thinking about doing Atlanta. But tonight and tomorrow I'm gonna call, because a lot of people are looking at that Atlanta date. So I'm like, yo, I must have a lot of people in Atlanta. But I'm
Right.
closer to Charlotte. And Charlotte is not that far of a drive. And that highway can just like open you up as you're driving or flying in or things like that. But this month is gonna be in Charlotte. Next month is gonna be in Atlanta. And I did have a date for um, the end of the month for I think 10 out of 12 months this year. And I'm double thinking that right now. So I want to do LA, I want to do Texas, I want to do maybe Mount Shasta, I want to do New York in the summertime, tri-state area, maybe in July. But what I realized was when I told people all these dates, they thought it was convenient and easy to do Bufo. And I'm realizing I can't make it super easy. People just like, well, I just wait till he come to New York. Well, what if I get what if July get here and it's $1 million deal on the table? I'm taking $1 million deal. I'm not coming to New York to do 5 people on Bufo.
What? You better
If it's a
man.
$1 million deal on the table next month, I'm not gonna be in Atlanta. What are you talking about? You see what I'm saying? So
Damn. Damn.
yeah,
Oh, you just gonna just push us aside like that, bro?
I gotta put
I
my
know what it
mask.
is.
I
I
put
know
my
it's
mask.
the money green. The money green on me and the money green, the green behind you. Yeah, okay, I see. I see. You feeling that. You feeling that financial energy.
She close. She very close. I always feel the financial energy, but see, Miss Bliss, one thing about me, I have to practice what I preach. And if I'm telling other people to put their mask on first, that's just like if they scheduled and told me they were coming to Charlotte,
Hmm. Hmm.
but $1 million opportunity came to them, and they was
Hmm.
like, I ain't coming this weekend. Guess what I'm gonna say? No problem. You put your mask on first. That's what I teach. And so that's
Right.
why this is a reset for people. When have you taken the time for yourself to put your mask on for you?
Mm.
How many times you always saying, here you go, Teresa. And as soon as you get ready to take an inhale, somebody else looking at you like puppy dog eyes. But they got their own mask. And that's one of the things that Bufo helps to reset is putting yourself first. A lot of people,
Mm.
your
Something
energy.
that a lot of people do not do. A lot of people do not put themselves first. They're always thinking about others. They always have someone asking them, "Can you help me? Can you do this for me?" And I want and I need. And then you got to put yourself first, which is more of self love, right? Self care, all of that. All of that. I want to say greetings to everyone. Yes, greetings, pretty kitty cat, my fellow psychedelic brothers and sisters. Good evening, Mrs. Tate. Yes, I had a wonderful experience with Bufo. Uh, how are you guys doing? I never had Bufo, but did take mushrooms in Changa. Bufo is different. So as you listen to OU talk, is very different than mushrooms in Changa. The time of the trip is different. The ingredients is different. It's a whole different ball game. It's coming from a toad, as opposed to chaga mushroom is a plant. Some people say, chaga is herbs also with plant medicine, DMT, and all of that. I took wachuma before, but need to know more about bufo. Yeah, wachuma is another plant medicine psychedelic. And the animal medicine better than the plants? I guess I would let Oyi answer that. I don't think we could really say if one is better than the other. I think it depends on what's going on with you, what you require, what's needed for you. Of course, you have to do a consultation, and you have to explore as to what you're trying to accomplish. What are you trying to do? Is this about love? Is this about resetting? What's going on in your life? What kind of journey is are you experiencing? Wholeness, yes. Peace, goddess, essence, energy. I love that name. So, so, so true. GNP taught me the power of connectivity of the breath. Breathing, something we don't really do anymore, right? Not in these days, not in these times with anxiety and stress and fear. Greetings all. I too had a beautiful experience with the source through Bufo. Greetings, truth. Yes. Peace, peace, Blaze. How are you?
That's my man.
Eileen, I might need to pull up CLT. Okay.
Eileen, you know,
Colorado. Okay.
yes.
Yeah, but Eileen, he might not be there if he got $1 million deal, honey. And Blaze, he might not be there either if he got $1 million deal. Either y'all need to be in on that $1 million deal, or y'all ain't gonna be seeing him. Hey, who knows when he'll come after he get the $1 million deal done? People pleasing disease. There you go. You should definitely come. Look at this. She's like, you definitely should come. Okay. Bufo. Yes. Okay. The only Bufo playlist you'll ever need. Yes. Okay, wait, hold on, Blaze. We may have $1 million deal in Colorado. Oh, really, Blaze? Look, you better be guaranteed and let them know, because he's looking for the $1 million deals, okay? A lot of people out here are going to make a lot of money. Let me show you guys the flyer here. You're invited, Bufo 5 MEO. You guys got the number that you would text. Here's another one.
Move the comment out the way so they can see the number.
Okay, hold on. Let me go get the banner out of the way too. Get the banner and the comment out. Oh my goodness. All right. There you go. There's the comment. Now let me get the banner. Okay, there you go.
There we go.
So this number here, you text love. You see the toad there with a beautiful, beautiful photo of the toad. Yes, the green. Y'all trying to make some money out here? You trying to get rid of your anxiety and your fears about money, all the bad things? Yeah, about money, the root to all evil. Yeah, that's what they told you, right? You see that green? And here we have, you're invited to do your reset. You see that nice serene color? Mm-hmm.
Hey, you see them stars? You see them stars in the background? That's what they should be looking at. Stars in the background.
There you go. Them stars in the back. And you see it's a 2025 reset, y'all. What are you trying to do for 2025? What goals are you trying to reach? What endeavors are you trying to accomplish? What's up? What's going on? What's the plan? What's the plan, y'all? Oh, you're talking to Blaze. Let's talk tonight after the show. Okay. Blaze, you see that notice there? Make sure you make that phone call.
Oh, yes. For certain. Now, Eileen, definitely. Eileen, if there's anybody, this is the crazy part too. I can't tell Eileen all Eileen's business, but yes, if I was gonna vote for somebody on here for number one who should be in Charlotte above everybody else, I would say it would have to be Eileen, because they're also if somebody ever told you that you're doing the most and you're struggling to slow down and stop doing so much all at one time, this is for you. That means if you are a manifesting generator in human design, this is for you. This is for you. If you don't know how to wait as a regular generator, this is for you. If you're a projector and you're struggling with waiting for the invitation, this is for you. And if you're a reflector and you're tired of people projecting on you to be something you're not, and they ain't respecting your gangster, this is for you. This is really, really, really for you. So, yes. And it's so many, like I said, what about your inner child? Can I talk about that for a second, Ms. Bliss?
Yes.
I had to drink a swallow of water because it sounded sometimes it be getting on my nerves.
That inner child, y'all.
So I'm gonna talk about inner child like astrology. When y'all be hearing things on um, Instagram or social media about astrology, Mercury retrogrades and portals and things like that, you know what y'all do? Y'all just easily impressionable, and people use it for clickbait. They just want to get their views up, and then you start parroting. You know, Mercury retrograde starts such and such. You know, there's going to be an alignment out here. You know, there's going to be such, and you don't really have no. You don't really know what you're talking about, but you saw it had a lot of views, and so now you done fell into the dream plant. You done got planted to repeat something that you ain't even verified. So when people talk about inner child, they using clickbait too. Because where is your inner child wound in your astrology chart? Because it's in there. And Miss Bliss sees I don't have no big afro. And I done told her that I don't even wash my face every night. So if I started telling Miss Bliss about hair care and skincare regimen, she gonna be looking at me kind of sideways, like you don't even wash your face with soap every day. So how I got a 17-step formula that I use at night and a 22-step formula in the morning. What you even talking about? You know what I'm saying? So I wouldn't be able to guide her, even though I may be saying the same language. And oh, my skin isn't my skin, black don't crack, Miss Bliss. Black don't crack. She don't got time to hear that, right? So someone could be leading you down a way, but not leading you to where the trauma is at. So it's called your Chiron. The Chiron is the wounded healer, aka your childhood wound. So when you look up Chiron in your chart, this is where you start with your childhood, like loving your inner child. So this is what we'll be dream planting on, your Chiron, because this is the place in your chart that needs the most love. See, what does the moon do? Oh, you might know. What's the rising sign do? You might know. What's the sun do? You might know. But everybody, when they walk up, say, oh, my big three is sun, moon, and rising. No, nigga, your big three really is your Chiron, your Venus, and your Mercury. Uh-oh, I said it. I said it. I said it. Look, now I gotta type it on here because I mean it. Chiron, Venus, and Mercury, and they're not even, and they could be in a different order. And I want to explain these. Please leave that up there for a second, Miss Bliss. Let me talk
Yeah.
about why we're gonna turn it into astrology night. This is the God molecule, though. This is what happens. You want to open up and expand to larger type thinking, not the stuff that you've been doing. All right. Chiron is the inner child, the wounded inner child. So now when you introduce yourself, you can say, hi, my Chiron is in Aries. You just gave me all type of information about how to respect you. Or excuse me, I gave you information on how to respect me and where my wounding is at. Right? Because there's 12 different types of Chiron, 12 different types of wounding. When you heal your inner child wound, then you can heal others. That's what the whole point is about. Not memorizing verses, and so now you can go out there in the corner and know more verses than somebody else. How can you direct somebody back to themselves what that they need, right? So that's the Chiron. Number two is the Venus. What's your relationships looking like? Is it raggedy? Are you lying on it? Is it non-existent? Are you healing through it? Do you need some healing? What's your relationship language? Your sun don't tell me your relationship language, nor does your rising, nor does your moon. I want to know how you relate. And then Mercury, how you think. Dr. Gibson, who is the best astrologer in the world, he's also a psychiatrist, says when a person lays on his couch, the first thing he looks at is their mental state. Miss Bliss, you ever, you know what I'm saying, had a halfway crazy one around you sniffing and wanting to do whatever, or he come in, he look really charming, he's saying all the right things, dressed really nice, but you just say, I need to just, where's your Mercury? Oh, girl, I'm a Sagittarius. I ain't asked you that. asked you that. I said, where's your Mercury at? Oh, well,
Mm-hmm.
my moon's in Pisces. That, thank you for that, but that ain't what I asked you. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
And because Mercury can denote if there's any mental stuff going on, mental illnesses, schizophrenia,
Ooh.
lying. Mercury conjunct Neptune, Mercury in Pisces, you better look out. And the crazy part is, okay, your Mercury is going to be in the same sign as your sun, or one sign behind, or one sign in front. So Miss
Mm-hmm.
Bliss is a Capricorn. So I know for a fact her Mercury is either in um, uh, Sagittarius.
Aquarius or Sagittarius.
Look at
One
that.
before, one in
Look at
front.
that. Look at that. Look at that. Miss Bliss, I know mine. You ain't got to figure mine. I know mine. Let somebody else try to figure theirs. So when a person sitting in front of you and they say my sun sign is Gemini, you know that their Mercury is either going to be Taurus, Gemini, or Cancer.
Mm-hmm.
You want to narrow in on that thing to see what kind of thinking are they doing, what kind of childhood wound do they have, and what is their
Right.
relationship language. I ain't worried about your son right now. I already your son is remember when Chris Rock said meet my representative?
Mm-hmm.
That's what he was talking about. Your sun sign. My Taurus is my
Mm-hmm.
representative. You really want to get to know me, you gotta know my North Node, which is Pisces. And really the North Node and the South Node, it might be a big five. You know what I'm saying? But the sun, moon, and rising is definitely not the big three. But this is how we'll be talking about these sacred portals this weekend in Charlotte at the Bufo ceremony, because now you be so clear of the shenanigans. Got a nice little full belly. Got people around you that's healing as well, that
Right.
support you, that you can easily support and you can relate to. And now let's throw these charts up on the wall and let's start learning and helping each other. You know what I'm saying? Because
Mm-hmm.
the fastest way for you to learn is look at other people's charts. Don't you got
Right.
children or a sister or a husband or a wife back at the house, or a significant other that you want to be able to explain who you are to them clearer? Be like, hey, I can see the problem here. You thought I was this. I had that wrong narrative. This is who I really am. This is the new narrative, and I'm going to share it with you so you can address the new real me.
Mm-hmm.
Because with Pluto going into Aquarius, it's all about authenticity. This is an authentic. Bufo is an authenticity exercise.
Mm.
It's an authenticity exercise. Nothing else. Well, all of them really are authentic exercises, but this is the one that I have the most background experience with, and it's the most powerful. It's more powerful than mushrooms. It's more powerful than ayahuasca. And when somebody said, which is better, plant or animal? Like she said, depending on what you're working on. And I would also say the practitioner. Just like I'm
Mm.
not gonna pick between tropical and Vedic astrology. I want to know who's the practitioner. What is the
Yes.
practice? Like, what's the practitioner about? If the practitioner is on that BS, then it don't matter it no matter what medicine they using, animal, plant, whatever, they on that BS. So it's very right, right. So who's the practitioner? And that's another thing, is this is also a combination of facilitator training too, Miss Bliss. How many people do you know that have integration training and serve Bufo and are Black?
Let me tell you, in the beginning, I was around a lot of people who was serving various psychedelics, and not a single one of them had any type of integration training whatsoever.
Mm.
And what I witnessed was, I can tell you one story. I witnessed one young lady taking, I think it was over the summertime, June, July, August. She took maybe 5 different psychedelics. So she was taking, every month she was taking 2 to 3 different type of psychedelics. And so I'm just coming into the psychedelic game. I'm like I was like, well, this is a lot, and I could see her changing every week. And she started saying things like, I need to kill my ego. I don't know where she heard that from. And I was like, how do you kill your ego? Like, your ego is there to also to protect you. So, but I'm paying attention now, and these people were serving her, right? More people were serving her, and then more people were serving her, and it got to the point where she wasn't eating. I would see her, and she was like, oh, I'm on a 40-day fast. And I would say, but you was on a 2-week fast when I saw you the last time, which means you're not eating. She wasn't buying clothes. She wasn't buying food. She wasn't taking care of herself. And I could see her spiraling, but no one's talking about integration, but everyone's feeding her these various psychedelics. And that's when I started to realize something's wrong with the people who are serving her these different psychedelics. At what level do we stop and say, you know what? I need to get some more knowledge and information because I care about my people and what I'm serving them. And it wasn't until after, and I got to give you a shout out, Sifu OU son. It wasn't until after you invited me to Texas with the brother Sincere and a couple of other brothers and sisters out there to the integration training in Texas, where people started to speak about integration, because I was speaking about it and I was saying, look, we need to do something. We can't just be out here just serving people. And people had this mentality of the psychedelics alone was going to heal them. The psychedelics alone was going to just take care of everything. It was like a get high fest. And I was just like, well, if that's the case, how come I don't see everybody around here getting better? How come I don't see anyone around here healing? Why does it seem like people are worse than when they took the medicine prior to that? And so once I went down there with Oyi, that's when people started to speak about integration and started to also promote integration, and also started to say that they were qualified to teach integration. Prior to that, I kid you not, niggas was falling apart behind the scenes. And I'm going to be honest. I'm going to tell the truth. I don't have a reason to say anything otherwise than what I have witnessed and seen. And that's just one young lady I told you about. There were multiple people who were hospitalized. And that's all I'm going to say.
Ooh. Ooh, wait. Hold it. Hold it. Hold it. Hold it.
Hold it. Hold it. So back to the astrology.
Damn it. Damn it. This is really no, but I heard these same stories too. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, did you?
Yeah, like not identical, but very, very much so around lack of discernment from people who are serving medicine, and well, as much as they can take, and then they cheering them on like, oh yeah, oh you strong, oh because you can consume all this. But guess what? You need to discern when somebody has an addictive personality, right? And they're not addressing the things because there's really now hiding from it. When sometimes there should be like at least a 2-week window where you don't ingest anything after you've had ceremony. You need to let this thing sit in there. That's why I'm doing a whole weekend with Bufo. Now, I will announce here, those who come, you will be leaving with your own personal, what do you call that? Goodie bag. What's that when you go? Gift bag, goodie bag.
Gift bag.
Yes. So I'm going to make sure that you leave with some microdose and instructions and my new mushroom teas. So who comes this weekend is going to be the first people that I'm going to give and gift some of their my mushroom teas and microdosing. And I have some other things to show y'all. I don't even really I got some dream planting stuff to show y'all that it's a new technology. It's going to be new. It's still new in the world because A lot of people don't know about it, but it's really when they see it the first time, they'll say, "Oh, this is new," but it's not new. So, like, if I move out the way and you looking at this dragon,
Yes.
your DNA is looking at this dragon and getting information from it. So, just like Chinese symbols, numbers, different foreign languages like Latin and Hebrew, by looking at them, Enochian script, it will reprogram the DNA just by looking at it. And I have some very special and rare um, scripts and spells that we're going to be using on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday night around forgiving ourselves around money. We're going to be
Mm,
forgiving ourselves because I the only one want to attract $1 million deals, right? So we're gonna be sipping on some tea, and we're gonna be relaxing, and then we're going to also looking at that divine portal. But also, I'm going to help you look at some things that are going to help you forgive yourself. That we're talking about this weekend, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Miss Bliss, if you text love or reset to that number, then you're going to get all the information. I'm going to be in Charlotte this weekend, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Leave on Monday, and then next month I'm going to be in Atlanta, maybe twice, and then after that maybe Phoenix. So Blaze, I know you said Colorado, but I also want to do a place before it get too hot. I like to be out in maybe Phoenix, getting some doing some bufo with some sunlight, because I'm also bringing Yi Ming Zhu. So Yi Ming Zhu is going to be there. We're going to have Yi Ming Zhu demonstrations. We're going to have some mushroom tea. We're going to have some micro doses. We're going to have the 420 friendly, but it's all going to be very subtle. It's not going to be just a get high fest. It's just going to be really easy for folks. You see what I'm saying? But you're going to have the gift bag to take home with you where you'll be like, wow, I know how to post integrate this experience that I just had this weekend. Now,
right.
who gets the benefit of you coming for a whole weekend? Number one, your inner child. Number two, the you that's carrying the inner child, because you're real beat up. You are beat up. If you think the inner child seen all the trauma, but it was watching you get the one being beat up. So the inner
Right.
child psychologically told up. The outside you is beating themselves up. So what was I going? What was I saying? The third party that benefits is your ancestors. So we
Shout out to the ancestors. You gonna have some ancestor money?
Yes, I will. I definitely will. If you come in this weekend, that will be in the gift bags. Ancestor money. Oh, we burning ancestor money every night. Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, we burning ancestor money. Big ancestor money too. Big bumba clot, big ancestor money. I don't
Big
mean
like this?
I mean big like this. I mean big like this. Like you could burn one bill, but why not burn a whole bunch of bills? You see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Like some $8 billion bills, some $1 trillion bills. You know what I'm saying?
$1 trillion.
I'm gonna show you how to really send this money to your ancestors. Miss Bliss, I might need help, like just rebranding this thing because the ancestors gonna be there, the inner child gonna be there, the chef is gonna be there, the dream planting is gonna be there, the human
Mm,
design and the astrology is gonna be there, and the bufo is gonna be there, and the food gonna
wow.
be then the food gonna be crazy. Let me just say this because I like it, and Truth is gonna be doing the cooking, and she's bananas in the kitchen. So we ain't even came up with the menu yet. This is gonna be something fly. Definitely gonna be some salmon. Some veggies, rice, probably some. Could be some chicken, some lamb. If you vegetarian, and you want to do that. That's cool. We might make a stew. There's lots of options of how,
Mm-hmm.
but but the food piece you ain't gonna have to worry about that. There's gonna be fruit and all that other type of stuff too. So, um, currency, please text love or reset to that 404 number. And hopefully we'll see you in Charlotte. I'm only having 5 to 6 people that I'm allowing to come because each session is going to take maybe like an hour and 15 minutes. Now, the first day is going to be longer than the second because some people's going to be there first time. The second day, you already know what's coming. You're going to come on in there and be like, yeah. But Friday night, we're doing some breath work to get that serotonin in there and get you out of adrenaline fight or flight phase. That's what we're going to be sipping on tea and puffing on a little tea. You see what I'm saying? So that's what that's about. Everybody wants to know when I'm coming to Atlanta. I might not.
ATL might be next month, he said.
Yeah.
Right?
This is the thing.
Might be.
Everybody that's in Atlanta, why don't you just come to Charlotte for the whole weekend? What does it like? I really, that's what I'm saying. If people, I don't think I need to do a Charlotte and Atlanta. That because it's too close. I didn't mean to pick. We're gonna do something in Atlanta or we're gonna do something in Charlotte. That's that. In Charlotte, I can get us by a body of water guaranteed. In Atlanta, you can't guarantee that. So a lot of people are you looking for convenience and you're not thinking about this as an initiation. I'm just wait till people come from South Africa to Atlanta to my house and then I'll be ready. You ain't really put nothing in to do nothing.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? And this is also, I'm looking to train people for facilitator training. So the people who just want to come for ceremony and who want to be facilitators of this medicine, they're going to be in the same house and they're going to be learning the same thing. The difference is to be a facilitator, you must attend condor training at least once. So I already got, Zer's going to be doing the condor training for folks who want
to. Yo, shout out to Zer.
He shouts out to Zer for all facts. I see you 497 over there texting love so you can get this information. 2 of y'all already done texted already. Thank you for the action takers. If you have not texted this, you don't want the information, how am I going to get it to you? Because those are the people I'm contacting first is the people who fill out the form and say, this is what I'd like to do. Now, if you don't want to come to a container that's got 4, 5, or 6 people in it, and you only want to go once, and then you want to be private one-on-one, I have that option in there as well. If you want me to come to you, you can put that in there. If you want to come to me. So all these options are available in the form. Now, if you don't, the dates that I have on there are for the groups, the weekends, the Charlotte, the Atlanta, the Phoenix, the LA, the New York, tri-state area. But if you say, there's someone in Atlanta, she says, I have 5 or more people and I'd like for you to come to us. Then guess what? I'm on the way, right? And it's much easier that way too, because there needs to be more Black and brown people of color facilitators using Bufo. And it's very sad that when we want somebody to give us this type of transformation, this type of reset of 76 trillion cells, we often have to look at a people who doesn't look like us, who can't empathize with my traumas. Black trauma is different than Chinese trauma. Black trauma, you want to call it Nubian trauma, melanin trauma, Moorish trauma. I don't care what you call it. Negro karma. It's very important that we can learn and heal with and amongst each other. The Balinese go to Balinese healers. The Eskimos go to Eskimo healers. We Black people can't really go to a lot of Bufo healers because there's not enough Bufo healers that are trained properly to serve this medicine safely. And that's my key word is safety first. Everything
but not only that, we don't have enough Bufo healers in our community who can also add something to the Bufo that they're serving you. So you're adding astrology, you're adding in the teas, you're doing like a whole container, a whole community in the weekend with who knows what type of connections could be made on that weekend. You know, you never know who you might meet. You never know what might happen. You never know what the experience may be like, because this is a whole this is a whole healing journey. It's a all of this healing going on in 2025. Y'all jumping off with all this healing. Y'all setting it up for the rest of the year.
Miss Bliss just read my whole. She read a thought I forgot I had. I hadn't even thought of. I had thought about it, but I forgot to say something about it tonight. Let me tell y'all something about money. I'm gonna just keep it a buck, right? I called Dr. Amsu the other day, and he called this 70-plus-year-old millionaire, and we was on the phone, and the millionaire said, I just want to know, he said, I just want to know who know where the huckleberries is at so I can grab my bucket. Now, if you're from the country, Miss Bliss, how would you, I'm going to interpret it, but how would you interpret that just hearing it off the gate? What would you say that he talking about?
The huckleberries, that's like what? That's from down south. That's the family, right? The
No,
huckleberries?
huckleberries is like blackberries. Huckleberries,
Blackberries.
blackberries,
Okay.
right. And how do you pick, y'all up in the north don't know too much about this, but how do you pick,
I don't know. Tell me.
yeah, so you love the blueberries, huckleberries, you love all these little berries and stuff like that, strawberries. But have you ever picked strawberries? Have you ever picked huckleberries? Have you ever picked blueberries? So if you go and don't take a bucket, you can only carry the fruit in your mouth. So when you leave, you can't take none back home. But if you brought a bucket, you could eat huckleberries and fill up the bucket. You could eat so many and be full, and then you got a bucket full too. So huckleberries is money. If somebody know where the money is at, let me go get my bucket. Miss Bliss, what you say?
Mm.
You know where the huckleberries is at? Oh, you're saying that Nvidia is down. We should put a put in. Oh, let me go get my bucket. Let me go get my bucket because you heard something about Nvidia, and we're gonna put an option play in. You knew about the huckleberries? I see something, say something. Here I come. So you never know who's gonna be in the room. You never know who's gonna be in the room who might know where the huckleberries is at for what your situation is.
Got
You
you.
don't know. You don't know. See, because the whole thing is you be trying to figure out how too much, when the best thing is to figure out who. During the pandemic, when people were coming to the Gin Gin room in Atlanta, I was meeting the who's of the United States. Doctors, attorneys, business people. Man, it was so much big boy talk happening in my house afterwards that it was just, I was turning opportunities down. I was just like, I can't get involved in that. I'm already doing this right here. However, she might could use it. I can. And matter of fact, I know XYZ. The networking that goes on inside a
Yes.
healing community is almost like a golf course. It's almost like, and if you know anything about the golf course, that's
Yes.
where it go down at. That's where it go
Yes.
down. So now, why not? Yeah, right. I'm looking at this like it's a prosperity weekend with Bufo. How can we heal your prosperity? That's what I might want to say, text prosperity to the 404 number.
Look, she already put in prosperity.
Right. So, because a lot of things in the prosperity, like I said, we're going to be going over forgiveness. We're going to be doing some spell work in the nighttime over the fire. So Atlanta will probably be a little bit chiller. Up top is going to be a little it's going to be a little colder in Charlotte. However, I want to show you, Miss Bliss. I'm gonna just pull up one. I'm gonna just pull up one of the spots that I'm looking at. Just to
Okay.
let people say, I don't want to show them too much. I don't want to show them too much, but I do want to show them something fresh right here. Hold
You
on,
just want to give them a little bit of a teaser. I see
and
something, something to get them all worked up.
just a little teaser, just a little teaser, just a little teaser. Just the one I want to show them. Just a little teaser, just a little teaser. Oh yeah. This ain't even the one. However, this is enough of a teaser right here for y'all to where we at? Where we at? Where is that bad boy at? Is that it right there? Okay. All right. Can you share? Can you see it?
Yes.
Can you see
Yes.
yourself? Can you see yourself sitting
Yes.
right there? Right there, after you done some bufo out here dream planting, out here by the water. You see that?
Yes.
You see that?
Yes.
Come on, let's just sit up in here and put some blankets on. You know what I'm saying? Let's just go ahead and put some fire in the fireplace. Get comfortable on the floor. Come into your cozy bed. Yeah, something nice. Something nice. Something nice.
Mm.
Why don't we come and have something nice? I'm tired of people not having something nice. We deserve something nice. When we
Actually, if you are looking for something where you want to be of the energy of prosperity, abundance, wealth, this is where you want to be because it's going to set you in the right mindset. So as you're thinking and visualizing yourself being here, and you actually get to be there, you also are thinking about this is the place to be. This could be my place in the future, or I could have a place like this similar in the future. You know, you can visualize this stuff and now you're there experiencing it because this is your birthright. Prosperity, abundance, this is your birthright. Who told you you couldn't have this stuff? Who told you you didn't deserve this stuff? Where did you get this from?
right,
Yeah, this is you.
right. And if you're even looking at it, that means it's your time. And it's all in one place. You don't have to now this one, where's my other one? Because like I said, I ain't want y'all to see too much. I ain't want y'all to see too much right here. This one got the hot tub. Man, I'm over here just getting all happy. Like, yeah, like, because I like the wood. Oh, we definitely should play some spades. Oh my God. Hold on. Let me see. Let me throw this one up here right fast. This Bliss is like, why are you playing with these people? Just because, you know what I'm saying? So actually it's gonna be like outside right outside of Charlotte because we're going to be yeah, I'm telling everybody Charlotte, but it's gonna be right outside of Charlotte. Oh, not that one. Ah, here we go. Look at
You
that
got
right
it?
here. Look at that. You see that?
Now
Cozy.
that is nice.
Does that say cozy? Look at that view.
Yes.
You want to sit outside and catch that sunrise in the morning? You want to
With
catch
some
that?
nice tea. Mm-hmm.
It's a nice 420. Got the hot tub sitting there ready. Uh, you might know how to. Do you know how to go out on a little boat? The water gonna be cold, so I'm not advising it. But if you do want to go out there, I'm cool with it. So some people be like, "Why should I come to Charlotte?" Because this right here. You want something fly? The meals are gonna be crazy. They go to Spades game. You know what I'm saying? I can bring a couple of other games. The bedrooms are immaculate. Come on, man. Like this is what we're supposed to be doing, how we're supposed to be treating ourselves.
Exactly.
It is a healing space currency. That's exactly what it is. I'm not doing anything that doesn't have healing all around it. But back to my point, who's the healing for first? Your inner child.
Mm-hmm.
When do you it's January. You made some goals for 2025. How are you supporting your inner child? Is the goals for you or were the goals for your inner child? And see this and that right there. Miss Bliss, what did I just say? Come on, talk. Was the goals for you or was the goal for your inner child? How'd you interpret that?
Oof. I guess a lot of people wouldn't know. They probably think they're setting goals for themselves. A lot of people wouldn't even know if they're setting goals for their inner child. Let alone when you speak about inner child, and we're all adults. So some people actually struggle with the idea of dealing with the inner child. Exactly what does that mean? Does that mean that you expect someone to revisit what went on in their childhood? Or is it more like you're expecting people to connect with what happened, and then now as an adult, how did that affect them? How are they moving forward?
Neither.
What
I'm
does
doing,
one expect when you look at
I'm doing the
us?
condor way. I just want you just to approach the inner child with some flowers. Don't even go in there trying to think you know enough. You don't know enough to go in there and be trying to revisit and all this other stuff. You see, that's a problem. The you always leading with talking and acting. When you go approach your inner child, why don't you shut up and listen to what the inner child is asking for? You ain't tried that method. Everybody else want. Am I gonna revisit? Am I gonna do this? Why don't you go in and ask inner child what inner child wants? How can I talk like this? Because me and my inner child, we like this him. We folded up, molded. You know what I'm saying? We up in here. We just up in here, just like I forgot. This is also this is a dream planting. This is a dream planting mudra. I know a lot of y'all be like, and all that. But y'all don't know what y'all know about this bad boy right here. You know what I'm saying? Like, what does this do? Like, so what does the inner child want? Inner child can speak for itself if you listen. That's why I said, are you doing it for you or are you doing it for your inner child? A lot of time when I say you're doing it for you, you want to impress somebody, you want to control some situation, you're in some secret competition with somebody else, thinking about, ooh, what do they think about me and blah, 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 blah. Why don't you kill the noise, and then say, I'm going to go over here and do it like this. I'm going to go over here and be quiet and try something I ain't never tried and say, inner child, what would you like? Now, one of the techniques I'm going to show you is the water technique. How do you drink water to heal your inner child? There's going to be a lot of water going on. So how do you drink this water as an act of love for your inner child? See, the thing is, you need to be giving before you ask for something. How about shut the hell up, say, inner child, I'm going to drink this water out of love for you. I ain't going to drink this water because I'm thirsty. I'm going to drink this water because I want to show you that this water is an offering. Like, we always pouring out libations for dead ancestors, but when you going to give some libations to your inner child? I don't know. Did I just push the button? I don't care. When are you going to pull out some libations for the inner child? How do you program your water to love your inner child? Because you want somebody else to love you. Like I said, there's been a heart wall, mountain built in front of the heart where love can't get in and love can't get out. And now we got a whole bunch of talking and thinking. I know people that's in relationships now. Guess what they spend most of their time doing, Miss Bliss? Trying to outthink one another. I always say, look, when my partner says, or anybody I'm dealing with says, well, I was just thinking, I say, oh, we in trouble. Here we go with that. Here we go. Why are you thinking? Well, what happened that gave you some great idea? It's a feeling. When the more you think, the more you get out of your feelings. The more you feel, the more you tame your thoughts. The more you feel, the more you tame your thoughts. That's what Bufo does. It brings you back into the body. It suspends the mind. The mind can't make any decisions for you. You control freaks that are listening to me right now, you're invited. You projected wait for the invitation, you're invited. On a scale of 1 to 10, I just want to know from people who are listening in the audience, can you put 1 to 10 this how much this is resonating, and please list any questions, because I want to do some Q&A tonight too from the audience. because I think that y'all get the point. So one, you don't understand what the hell I'm talking about, and 10, you kind of get what I mean. You know what I'm saying? Or 7, 8, 9, things like that. Um, if you are up north, because I know Elle, she's about to say when you come into Detroit, I'm not coming anywhere up north during the wintertime. So that's easy. If it's cold, I'm not coming up. So that's that. If you do want me to come up north, it's gonna have to be during the summertime when it's warm outside. But if it's not warm outside, I really want us to do something in Mexico because this is just a weekend. I want to take us and just do like a 5 or 6 day in Mexico, in the Dominican Republic, in Puerto Rico. Why we can't take this on the road? Let's take this right. Trust, she said, trust, I'm trying to come south. Okay, good, good. Because I know you used to be like, well, if you're in Detroit, you got some place to stay. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. But you can't do nothing about that temperature outside. I was just in Miami and it was too cold just this weekend in Miami. And I was like, what in the hell y'all talking about?
Wow. See?
I had on the hoodie and the bomber in MIA. So I'm not looking forward to cold. So North Carolina, that's as high as we going, you know what I'm saying? And in Atlanta, and we trying to just ride that parallel all the way across. Houston, Texas, Dallas, Texas, New Orleans. These are some of the places that I want to go because I do know it's a large population up there in in New York. I'm cool with that, you know. So
Hello,
what
Frank
up?
from Hollywood.
Frank is in the building. Yeah, Frank, it was cold down there. It's probably still cold, or y'all probably started warming up as soon as I left. But yes, so that's what's going on this weekend. Bufo is really important. Really, this week I think I'm gonna just sit in this space and probably talk about this every night or every day because enough people aren't getting information about people of color and Bufo. You see what I'm saying? That's right, Katrina. It is now. It's not cold as it is in North Carolina, but if you in Miami or you in Florida and you used to warm weather, then I know y'all tripping down there. I know y'all
Yeah.
got to put socks on. Y'all got to close the door. All of that. But check it. If we down in Mexico, we don't got to do all that. And that's really what's happening is relaxation is the tea, and fruit of the gods coming together. And I have to give a big shout out to Baba Kalindi and Dr. Jerry and Dr. Amsu for guiding me on this particular way. Yeah, guiding me on this particular way. That's what I call it. It's just the way. It's just the way, man. And I'm definitely happy to be following the masters that came before me and striving to follow in their example. And Miss Bliss, the reason I talked about the $1 million offer is because the way things are going for me in my personal and business life, things are about to change where people aren't going to have access to me like this. So if when am I going to be able to train some facilitators? I want to train some facilitators. And to be a facilitator, you're going to have to attend 3 of these weekend events. That means you're going to have to do Bufo at least 6 times. But 2 on one weekend, another month or 2 go by, you do another 2, another month or 2 go by, you do 2. Now you really see what's happening. And now you can say, oh, let me go ahead and get my Condor integration coaching going on. Now you Bufo certified as a facilitator by someone who's on the lineage, who follows it by the book, who can pass it on. And also facilitators. I'm looking for facilitators who already have another medicine. So if you don't facilitate something else already, then you can't start with Bufo. Bufo is advanced. I want to say that. This is not your regular run of the mill. So if you haven't even I don't know if you ain't doing hape or if you're not serving something, some breath work or yoga class, something. If you've not sat in medicine and facilitated already, then we're gonna have a special conversation because I'm a safety advocate. And as Miss
Yeah.
Bliss has already talked about, we have too many practitioners now in the space that are not trained for your safety. Because me saying, I hope you safe, or me saying I'm using my intuition is not always safe. That's something to convince you. He used the word, or they used the word, uh, 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 intuition. Because I'll be asking people like, yo, what's the dose that you? I took Bufo several times. What dose? I don't know.
Yo,
They told me it was. They told me they was using their intuition. I didn't even ask. When you go to the hospital, they give you some IV. You should know how much drops is going in the IV. When you're getting a pill, you should on the label it tell you what the dosage is. It tells you when to take it, what not to do. So why all of a sudden, if we still talking about medicine, but it's sacred earth medicine, now you don't know how much you took.
yep.
That's an irresponsible practitioner, in my
Not
opinion.
only that, not only that, you have people, even when they're taking mushrooms, they don't know what strand they took. They don't know how many grams they don't know the dosage.
I'm a technical cat. I'm a technical
And then
analysis.
we're not even going to talk about the imitation psychedelics that's out here, because some of them, I know it's a hot topic, but there are some imitation psychedelics out here. So, where they, what I always say, and I've always said this, if you're dealing with a practitioner, never be afraid to sit down with a list of questions. How long have you been doing this? Who are your teachers? Who trained you? I mean, if they're not dropping some names where you could actually pick up the phone and say, "Hey, you trained so and so," or "You, what's going on? Have you taken this I know people who are serving medicine that they didn't take. Have you taken this medicine yourself?" Because the experience is something that, like you said, it's difficult to describe. But when you've been on a journey and someone explains to you what they're going through and what their journey was like, you resonate. You're on that level with them. So it's, have a list of questions. Don't be afraid. How many years have you been doing this? How many people have you served? You served 3 people? Have you served 100 people? How often do you serve people? Once a month? Once a year? What has been the response of your clients, and have them be honest with you, because if somebody's always telling, "Oh, my clients love me. Everything is always roses and flowers, and yes, we're all floating around and seeing wonderful butterflies." That's bullshit, because there are some journeys where people are going through some shit. And if you're dealing with a practitioner who's telling you, "Oh, everything is always just, yeah, beautiful," that's not true. That's not true at all. And they're not being honest with you. So I'm just saying.
Miss Bliston came and gave y'all a whole word out here because she is telling the truth. Jokers is out here set tripping, yo, and it's not fun and games. That's the piece where I'm at, is especially when you just talked about that piece about the synthetics. There's a synthetic Bufo, and then there's an organic Bufo. And there's a particular practitioner out here, I ain't gonna call their name, who who I don't mess with because they lied. Oh, this ain't who you thinking about. They're not, no, and they're not in New York. So how about that? So I ask, like, what type of do you serve? Because people be coming to me like, I serve Bufo too. Oh, you do? Well, the first thing I want to know is it organic or is it synthetic?
Right.
And they told me only organic. So I was like, oh, okay, that's what's up. And then somebody came and snitched on them and was like, oh man, they use synthetic if the organic don't hit. I said, what you mean if the organic don't hit? They said, well, the organic is so expensive. You if it doesn't work, they go to the synthetic. Now check this out. The only reason that the organic didn't work is because the practitioner is not trained.
The practitioner, yes. It all boils down to the practitioner.
The practitioner is
Yes,
not trained.
exactly.
The practitioner is not trained because I shouldn't be sitting up here talking about um I'm looking for this said result for you, and so I gotta keep dosing you on synthetic in order to get the the result that I'm looking for. No, if you would be trained and stop lying to people and have some humility and go through an initiation for real, then you could pass that on to other folks and not have people in danger. Why are you putting
Yeah.
somebody else in danger because of you know what I'm saying? Oh, let me get this one right here. Some people will be like, it was so expensive. I'm going to start serving it myself so I can get my money back.
And that's the thing too. I noticed. I guess it's because in our community, our brothers and sisters struggle so much with getting access to money and acquiring money, and they want to do this as a business, and they want to quit their day job, and so you get into these situations where they want to cut corners, and these psychedelics is so important. You really should not be around a practitioner who's interested in cutting corners when it comes to your mental health, your psychological health. I mean, this is your physical health. This is your health overall. It's just not a good idea. So don't be afraid to ask questions. Don't be afraid to ask questions, y'all.
Do
This is
not,
your healing journey.
especially around synthetic or organic, especially. You can call me Mr. Organic. I ain't playing around. I don't like synthetic. My teacher didn't like it, and I'm gonna serve the real as long as it's real out here to serve. Now, Bufo medicine is very, um, it is rare because you only can milk the toad 3 months out of the year. The other 9 months they are underground sleeping. Okay, so what does that look like? That means it's very potent because the medicine is doing what you should be doing, taking time to be still. But you ain't taking time to be still. You out here moving too much. You're welcome, pretty kitty cat. This information in me and Miss Bliss mind is very important for the safety of our particular tribe. Now, some people not in this tribe. Some people is in the Wild and Out Wu Tang Woodstock tribe. Is there a selection process for the toads? Yes. For the people who pick the toads in Mexico, they are picking healthy toads and they're only milking them once a season. So instead of like having the toad and just every week coming out there getting medicine from him, that's unhealthy medicine.
That's
So that's
right.
why you need to know where is this being sourced. All of my bufo is being sourced in Mexico, so it's original from ethical standards where people are saying, "Yo, we only getting this," because when you hit them up around January or February, they don't have no more bufo. It's already gone because practitioners, we know we got to get it from between June and September. You got to get what you can get. That's gonna last you for the whole year because it ain't
Mhm.
always out there. It ain't like, oh, we're growing some more mushrooms. Give me 2 more weeks, or we're growing some more marijuana. Give me another month or so. No, no, no. The bufo frog is knocked out, nice and sleep. As a matter of fact, let's go over here and give them a quick read about Bufo because I don't think anybody's ever read this on the screen out loud before. So
Okay.
let's be the first to come over here to ceremonies. You're invited, and then I'm just gonna come down. This is the playlist. Okay, what is 5-MeO DMT? 5 methoxy dimethyltryptamine, or O-methylbufotenine, is a psychedelic of the tryptamine class. It is found in a variety of plant species and also is secreted by the glands of the Sonoran desert toad. The Bufo alvarius toad is found in the Sonoran desert of Arizona and Sonora. Also, the Sonoran desert is in most of it's in Mexico, right? The toad spends most of his life hibernating underground and appears for only 3 months during the summer monsoons. During this time, it will be milked for its venom, which contains psychedelic compounds. The venom is composed of 15 to 20% 5-MeO DMT, bufotenine, and a mixture of 20 plus alkaloids. Toad medicine refers to smoking the venom. It has been credited with antidepressant and anti-addictive effects. The medicine is short acting and ranges from 15 to 30 minutes in length. The effects of smoking toad medicine include ego dissolution, deep emotional release, feelings of leaving the physical body, and can sometimes include spiritual visions. People who have experienced toad medicine often report that it feels like a near death experience. Toad medicine is the death of ego. Jerry wrote this. I really don't believe that. I'm going to change that copy tonight. When administered in an appropriate setting, it can be the death of a negative thought pattern and self-destructive behaviors. Now that is 100% truth. Bufo removes the desire to do harm to yourself. So these self-destructive behaviors that you have might not include just cutting yourself, but smoking cigarettes, doing heroin, being an alcoholic, all those types of things. The purpose of the medicine is to integrate what is experienced during the ceremony in the participant's life in a meaningful way. Integration of the medicine can be exemplified by healthy living and lifestyle choices. Being the best son, daughter, brother, sister, father, mother, husband, wife, and friend one can be. Living the best life one can live. Whether heaven or hell is experienced, the medicine will show the participant what they need to know. That sentence right there, whether heaven or hell is experienced, it's all on you. That's why I'd say to have such a comfortable place by the water with cushions and pillows and all that stuff. It's going to show you what you need to know. Please be advised that toad medicine is not a recreational drug and needs to be given respect. To experience the medicine safely, it should always be administered in an appropriate setting by an experienced facilitator with medical training. Although the medicine is safe, people can experience a wide range of reactions that need to be attended to with experience and care. You're invited, and then if you would like to participate, you can do it straight from this page on my website and thecosmicjedi.com with a Z, and then you just come and fill these things out. Do you want to be a host or a participant, or do you want to be both? Have you ever done 5-MeO before? Or who's coming? Is it just you and a friend? Or is it just you or me and two friends or more than three? Do you know your human design archetype? Oh, these questions are kind of, what is it? What's motivating you? So you'll type the answer in here. What's motivating you for this ceremony at the time? What is your ideal outcome in this Bufo ceremony for you? Which do you prefer? You want to be in a one-on-one container? You want to be in a group container for a day, or you want to be in a weekend container? All of these are exclusive, but they're different types of exclusive. And then you have Charlotte, Atlanta, Phoenix, California, New Jersey. I do have all of the years out, but right now you can see that on the East Coast, the next time is probably when I'm up top for New Jersey and New York. So please fill the form out at least, so you'll be on my list of people to contact first, right? If you want to say, I have 5 people and can host on a different weekend, just click that box. You can click several of these boxes. You can say, hey, I don't see a date out here for me, but guess what? I do have 5 people. Or you can say, I want to know information about a one-on-one just for myself. All right. So all of these boxes, have to be filled out too. You see that asterisk? What entheogens have you done in the past? Have you taken over-the-counter or prescription medication in the last 30 days? List everything you've been diagnosed with. Why are you listing all of these things? Because I'm mixing you into a room full of people that I'm in charge of. Your safety is important to me. So before I let somebody just come in and throw some money on the table, I want to know what kind of diagnoses they have. And have you been to a therapist? Do you have a therapist currently? Been in the last 6 months, 12 months? It's been more than 12, or you never been to a therapist. I want to know all of that. Have you had an astrological consultation before? Do you currently facilitate any ceremonies currently? And are you interested in being a facilitator? You might just be like, nah, I ain't interested. Maybe in the future. But no, I'm just wanting ceremony. And then you must submit a selfie. Because I ain't gonna wait till you get there and I gotta know what you look like. All right. So yeah, and all of these come to me back over here in my back office. So when I already know who has filled out the form. So I got some people already. What up, Taylor, Eileen, Kalani? Obviously, he just filled out another one. Okay, Lord filled out one the other day. Y'all don't need to know all their business, but people are saying, "Hey, I'm interested," and we do this in a very professional manner because I want you to feel safe and respected. Okay, I want you to feel safe and protected, respected, all of that. So when you re-enter back into the world, you got confidence with your authentic self of who and what you are, what you represent, and other people don't have to understand what's going on. You ain't got to control everybody. Like, let's look at your South Node during this weekend. Are you a manifester versus a reflector? Are you a generator? Are you an emotional type? Let's talk about the ego and why you need it and why we ain't here to kill it and what place the mind is in. So these are just some of the topics that we're going to cover, but it's going to be at a chill. This is going to be very chill. I'm trying to find somebody to come and do massage work. So maybe you can get some body work after you finish. That'd be just super gangster. Let's, you know what I'm saying? I got that on the table, but I'm looking into it. Let's just say that. But if you're open and you fill the form out, I will be getting in contact with you tomorrow to see if this is something that's up your alley. I tell people it's not free and it's not cheap, but it costs you way more not to come. Just think about it. How old are you today? And you've never had this experience. How much does that cost you? Could have been costing you tens of thousands of dollars. I can't hear you. You're on mute.
How about how old are you today and you still have these sort of childish or immature ways, or this overthinking problem, maybe, you know, this addiction to something, obsessed, depressed, sadness, and you haven't healed from it? How about that? And so you miss this opportunity and you think, oh, I can go next month or the month after that. And next thing you know, 2025 is over. OG done turned $1 million deal into a $10 million deal, and he ain't answering your call because he only dealing with millionaires now. Guess what? Where do you stand now? With one of these street people who are here on the corner trying to sell it to you and serve you? That goes back in the day. That remind me of the crack house days when they was just, you know, doing all types of stuff. Come on, y'all. Come on. You got an opportunity here to deal with someone who has years of training, is addressing this like a business, because a lot of people who are serving you do not operate in the form of a business. There's a level of professionalism that should be presented to you that you deserve during this experience. Not just some, we're going to do this in the hood and send you on your way. No integration, nothing else combined with it, no other T's, nothing with the astrology, no psychology, no nothing, no ologies in there at all.
No allergies.
No ologies.
You got no allergies in here. And
No ologies.
these childish, immature ways that you have are the most harmful thing that is happening to you in your life right now. For real. Straight like that. Like this is the most harmful thing that is going on in your life right now. Is could be your maturity level, could be your emotional intelligence, could be how you respond and react to things. Why not get a reset? Why not see what the true possibilities are? And then why not come back and do it again the next day? Just imagine, like I did Bufo, I don't have to go home. I'm driving somewhere. No. What about such and such? And bring your toys. You got listen to the siren going off as I say this. You got some tarot cards, you got crystals, you got some sound bowls, you have an instrument that you want, you have a drum. Please bring it. We would like to do like a jam session. I have someone who plays the harp. She talking about bringing her harp. You see what I'm saying? Like,
Yes.
you don't know who's gonna be in the room. You don't have no idea. So I'm looking forward to it. That's really all I can say is I'm excited. I have a lot of work to do this week too because I got to get y'all's microdose together. I'm also happy to announce in my privates tomorrow I'm doing a husband and wife tomorrow morning here in North Carolina in Winston-Salem, and that's what really makes me the happiest when I get couples that's like, yo, we want to go in together. So right now, 2025, this brother who's bringing this to his wife, he is in the lead for Husband of the Year award so far. If your man say you doing some Bufo this year, he that guy. He that guy for
Yes.
2025. You ain't gonna sit. What when you talking about what your man bring to the table? He be like, some Bufo. Oh, you're that guy. Is it gonna be
That's
safe?
right.
Oh yes. Am I gonna be
That's right.
protected? Oh yeah. And ladies, if you think about what you want to get your guy, hey, we going to do some Bufo. Now, let me say this too. Bufo is done in one-on-ones. So you'll come in, we'll do yours, you'll move out, somebody else will come in. It will not be all 5 people at once. This is not ayahuasca. This is not a group setting. It's a group container, but you'll be coming through going one-on-one, one-on-one, one-on-one. All right? So just want to just put that out there. And
I want to say that if you are, ladies, if you are with a man who is like, baby, let's go do some Bufo this weekend, he is interested in your healing and then you healing as a couple. So a man that's interested in healing, you don't find many of them out here. That I'm telling you, a lot of these people out here ain't trying to heal jack. So someone who's willing to go through that journey with you, not just one day, not just one serving, baby, we're going to go back and we're going to do it again. And then we might even just sit down and have a one-on-one with Oye and have a discussion about what's going on in our relationships. Maybe we need to figure out, is this something on our chart that we missed, that we didn't recognize, or why things may be falling apart? Hey, look.
100%. 100% your relationship is gonna come up. Ain't gonna be no you might. Ain't gonna be no you might. Now that's why I'm saying it's only gonna be 5 people there. Might be only 4. That's what I say. And I have to have like a 4-person minimum. You know what I'm saying? So what if it's only 4 of us there? The most is gonna be is 6. That's straight one-on-one time. Because you might be over there taking a nap and somebody else might be like, can I talk to you for a second? And you may only need 20, 30 minutes. So yeah, this is that thug thizzle, in my opinion. I feel that we really hitting on something right here, Miss Bliss. And I want to say thank you for your audience, for taking the time to come on over here and listen and partake. Who's a little more interested now than before? If you know what I'm saying? So on a scale of 1 to 10, 0, I'm still not interested. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, I'm a little more interested. So I just want to see in the chat before we get out of here. Has this been helpful, or what has been a takeaway for you all today? And all of y'all forgot to drop in y'all zodiac sign. I forgot to ask that at the beginning, but this is an Earth type affair. You know what I'm saying? The bliss, the Saturday night bliss affair. It's definitely an Earth type ting mind. It's an Earth type ting mind. Okay. I'm telling you, Eileen, we about to have a conversation. We about to have a whole conversation. Yes, because she's going back to work on Tuesday, and we're just gonna have to see what's happening out here in these streets. Okay, okay, okay. Even set in the building, Team Pisces. Okay. I look forward to seeing all of y'all. Miss Blue or Miss Bliss. Why do I do that every weekend? I just
I
she
don't know
must,
why, because I'm wearing green. You can
she
call me
must
Miss
be talking.
Green.
No. Miss Blue must be talking about me. That must be what it is. Frank says I'm
Frank
entertaining.
is entertaining the idea. Yes, Frank, please
Frank, did
entertain
you
the
fill out the
idea.
form? That's what I'm looking for, Frank. I'm looking over here to see the. Let me see. Frank, you ain't filled that form out yet. You see it says text. You ain't come on. Because I would see your name up here. I don't see your name yet, Frank. So
Did you text Frank? Leo in the house.
I
Rah.
don't, I don't got Frank's number, but if you would put that's it. So
Text the
Frank,
number.
if you're
Frank,
entertaining,
you want the love potion, or this a love potion? You want the love potion, Frank? I think Frank wants the love potion, right? Because Frank is the one that didn't want to go to the strip tease. Okay, 6-1 Manny J. Oh, you got your whole chart up out here, girl.
oh,
Sagittarius,
she mad.
manifested generator. What's your website?
I mean, that's the website, but people, and then you have to go to ceremonies. You got to do a lot of clicking. But if you just text that number, a form will
It'll
come
be
back to you
easier.
that you can fill out. It'll be a lot easier. But if you want to go to the website and then click on ceremonies, you can easily. We are absolutely not opposed to that. I'll show it to them right here, Miss Bliss. Let me share the screen again. So this is the website, the Cosmic Jedi. Also, all of you, if you don't know your human design chart, you can go here and get it for free. So please go over and get your human design birth chart for free because you're going to need to bring this with you. Now, up at the top, you'll see ceremonies. If you're on your telephone, there's going to be a drop down, but you go to ceremonies, and you see Fruit of the Gods ceremony requests, and you see 5-MeO ceremony. And now when you scroll down, you have the videos all in one place, but you also the description, and then this is the form to fill out right here. All right. So Frank, the form is on the site, and the form is on the it's when you text the message. I really would love for y'all to these are the people who had already experienced Bufo. So the sister tells her story. Jasmine, Aten, Mystic at the Crossroads, is letting you know about her story. This brother, El Haj Malik, he had wanted to send a message to Mike Tyson about him not wanting to deal with alcoholism anymore. He had an alcoholism problem. And so these three people are telling their story, like, especially if you're sitting on the floor, this is like right after he just finished. This is in Kalindi's house with the pole in the back. She just finished. And Jasmine, this is probably like maybe a couple days later. This is Dr. Jerry explaining Bufo in Atlanta at the Atlanta Institute of Tantra. So if you're studying Tantra, we definitely highly recommend Bufo to deepen your expansion of your tantric studies. This is me and Dr. Jerry at his house in Guadalajara. And this is Dr. Jerry and Mike Tyson talking about Bufo. And this was like when it really went big because Mike Tyson, they stopped the show. Mike went in, did the Bufo, and then came back. And the rest is history. Changed Mike's life, Jerry's life, probably mine too. I watched this video 10 or 15 times before I did. This was February, and then I did Bufo in May. With that's my teacher, and then that's how we started traveling together. So please go over here, check these videos out. I did post another link for the playlist. And if you text that same number, 404-999-4251, I will send you the Bufo playlist. So you can just watch all the videos around it. I warn you though, don't watch all Bufo videos that's got white people in it. Just warning you, because they be doing too much. There's no facilitator there. They be talking about stuff that's not true, like killing my ego. all this other type of stuff. And that's why I just say here's a um, preferred list. Here's a preferred playlist that people that look like you. Now, if you're white and you want to come do it, come on, come on, come on, come on. I feel I'm much safer than white people who do it. I've sat for a whole lot of white people too. Like in the beginning, I sat with more white people than I did black people because I was traveling with Dr. Jerry everywhere we went. You know what I'm saying? It was just like lots of white people. And I saw that black women were getting the biggest result from this in their healing because you holding so much trauma in your womb and your heart. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of times women will be like, they just quit halfway through their initiation, you know, and then you don't really get the full effect. So you don't operate, you know, you didn't go to your whole yoga class or you didn't finish your whole IFA initiation or whatever because of whatever the reason was. But now you got an opportunity. You go all the way through. You go all the way through. Yes. Frank, I see you sent me a message. Thank you. Can you just text the word love? Just text the word love to that same number, Frank, and I got you. Miss Bliss, don't you love how the podcast be live like that? Somebody's taking action like right now.
Yes, yes, yes. Shout out to Frank. Shout out to the other two people who also text you. Yes, yes. Y'all ready for this journey? And maybe you can get a little video of them in a statement and what it was like, what the experience is like for those who want to have this journey when he travels to your area later on this year. So
Yes.
yeah, you get a testimony. Get an updated testimony.
Oh, it's definitely gonna be some. It's definitely gonna be some shout outs, and we possibly might just film some live podcasts right there, and just let people just talk about their experiences. I'm 100% bringing the cameras. I'm definitely bringing, you know, for those who wanna share like that. Guess what? It's coming. It's coming. It's coming. It's coming. It's coming. Oh yeah, there we go. Frank already done got it sent. I love it. I love it. I love it. Who else is this right here? Somebody hit the reset button. Fill that out for me so we can get your name in here. Whoever that 8687 is, please fill that out so we can get at you. Yes, I love it. Now this is what I'm talking about. People taking initiative. Yes. Whoever that was from the 5660, please drop your whole name in there too, because yeah, it's got to get populated, and I want to make sure I address you by your name. So please drop your information and all that stuff in there. All right.
Now that's three people already, so you only got room for what, maybe two or three more. So y'all better get
What
in
I,
while you can.
I want to say this. I want to say this. Just because you text, your spot is not secured. Thank you, Miss Bliss. Your spot is secured with a deposit. Okay. And if you need to work out a payment plan, I'm open for that because I want you. I don't want to like hold people a certain kind of way, but they don't have it or whatever. But if you're an honorable person, and I feel that you're an honorable person, and the pendulum goes your way, and the pendulum approves, then we can make it go down. You see what I'm saying? So the cost right now for the weekend, drum roll please, is $1,750. So it's $1,750. This is not your normal activity. All right. And that price probably will be going up as we move forward. Thank you, OYE, for keeping and holding these sacred medicine spaces. I'm so happy you're here to help us feel safe. Team Virgo 2-4 generator with emotional authority. Those of you with emotional authority, y'all really should fall up in here because we need to talk. We got a lot to talk about. I'm an emotional authority being. If you're human design and plant medicine, I promise you this is all for you. Bring your tarot deck, bring your pendulum, bring your crystals, bring your sound bowls, bring your toys, bring your drums, bring your instrument, bring your favorite blanket. How many comfortable pajamas do you have? How many comfortable pair of pajamas do you have? But also bring your hoodie and your big jacket so we can go outside. You know, we're not in Phoenix. We're gonna be in Atlanta and Charlotte right now, so it's a little nippy outside. So we want to still have that nice jacket to go outside. So bring some long johns for when we go outside, and then when you come back in, you can just strip that off and be back in a nice cozy house because I'm gonna be bumping the heat. I like tropical. I like my heat around 74 to 76. Okay, and then if you got your own room, you don't want to wear no clothes. That's your business. That's on you. No problem. So Miss Bliss, some people like, you know what I'm saying, sleeping in the buff.
I hear that. I'm okay with that. Hey, whatever, what everybody like, y'all do gonna do. It's on y'all. So I'm good with it.
Yeah.
I'm good with it.
Okay. Well, thank you so much, Miss Bliss. I got to make another
Yeah.
phone call this evening and have another good conversation. This has been wonderful. Thanks, everybody.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Hopefully, I'll see y'all this year. I want to see y'all this year. And all of you don't have to be facilitators, but I'm looking for the elite. There's a couple on here y'all do already qualify. Yes, yes.
That's all, folks. Look, she said that's it. That's all, folks.
See y'all next week. Well, wait.
Yeah. Not
Miss,
next week, the week after.
but Miss Bliss may find a replacement for me because next week. And so,
Or I may just do some of my own. I don't know. I just go with the flow. So whatever. I may just be chilling, whatever. I don't know. I just do what I'm gonna do, y'all. So
you see, that's
let's
what you
play
did
it by
today.
ear.
Came out here with the afro out. Came out here with all the bracelets and whatnot. Got the little cleavage showing. She came out here. She was doing something today out here in New York. It was a good day for somebody. Ooh, ooh, ooh. All right. We'll talk to y'all later.
Bye,
Peace.
guys.